Quiet chirping, the party rests in an open field marked by four thin obelisks. The cold morning through the brunt of snowcall has already begun to ease into Bloomcrest. A humming can be heard. The man with the skull on his head can be seen making preparations. He pours hot tea into a small bowl. Tea leaves ebbs and flows before falling into place. What do you guys do in the Pillars of Eternith?
What were you like gonna sleep?
We were gonna rest and take turns, and then Cal was like, "Hey,
Right,
I want to go last because
we were gonna sleep in shifts because we didn't really trust
this man.
this eccentric man.
Yeah, maybe just taking an extra stock of the inventory, making sure everything's put away. We were planning to use this time to heal, but we got lucky. Yeah, I guess I'm probably just starting to set up camp then, because we're probably going to spend the night here. We can heal up and get ready to go fresh in the morning.
I have an extra bedroll in case Jambi wants to sleep."
I don't think Jambi will use one bedroll only.
This is our fifth companion, Luke. I think you should treat him better.
I'll get a bedroll ready for him.
Don't worry, I got it.
Gonna put a bedroll like on top of Jambi stuff.
No,
It's gonna be like a little bit of like cloth, basically.
It's more like a kiddie bed, I'd say.
It's like
I say to Jambi, and hopefully he comes over. Does he come over?
So you look for Jamie and Colin. They're already sleeping on the floor next to one of the pillars.
Well, it looks like I got an extra comfy bedroll tonight. All right, let's gather some wood and start a fire. Maybe this Stefan guy might want to join us, but maybe we should just sleep away from him for now.
So as you guys are talking, you turn and you can feel that there's a warmth being created already. You see that Stefan has already created a fire. He's ready to camp out, so he actually has everything needed to camp.
I don't know if we should impose ourselves to share what he's got. Maybe we could do our own fire.
You could just ask.
We should assume, but yeah, we can ask.
I feel like you have the greatest rapport with him, John.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
You're the one that broke the ice.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like he has a solid connection with you.
I don't like talking to him, though. He's weird.
I guess I'll talk to him. I will walk up to Stefan Lair. How are you, Stefan?
I'm fine.
Would you mind if we try to keep warm and perhaps we all camp out together?
So yeah, you see Stefan he still has the skull on, and no, I don't mind. You can use the fire if you need it.
Oh, great. Just let us know we're, getting too close to your personal space.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Okay. And then, if you don't mind me asking, would you be able to do some divination for us tomorrow morning, maybe?
Very possible, but maybe not. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, it depends on how you feel. Respect that.
You're not going to try to kill us in the night or anything, are you?
Did you walk up?
Yeah.
No.
Sense motive.
That's actually a vigilance check.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
May I roll vigilance? Can I have a yellow and a green, please? And will that be
Average.
any difficulty?
Average.
Thank you. Give it a roll. Yeah. I can sense something with a success and 2 threat.
There's no ill intentions behind his words.
Okay. That's good. John, I have a feeling that he's a good guy. Just trying to get by. And we can trust him.
Are you just saying this out loud? So I just kind of look back between the two of you. I'm like, okay.
All right, so I think I'm over by Gambi and Kala, probably just watching this from a distance. Do you motion us over or anything?
Yes, I gesture to you. It's like, hey, come on over here. There's a fire.
All right, I might try to rustle Kala and Gambi awake and try to drag them over closer to the fire.
Okay, so you see the trio. You guys are now walking towards the fire. You see Stefan Lair is making tea. He's probably crafting a meal for himself right now. And he starts to ask you guys questions. So, where are you guys going, if I may ask?
We're doing a favor for our young friend here. It's kind of a long story. I don't know if you really want to hear everything.
Maybe not, but are you guys traveling out west?
Yes. Yes, we are.
What a coincidence. So am I. Would you mind if I joined?
Could I ask, can you handle yourself if we encounter anything?
I have knowledge of Arcana,
Oh, okay.
divinations, you saw. But traveling in a group would provide me much better safety, and more numbers to yours would give you guys a greater chance.
May I ask, perhaps we can do a bit of knowledge sharing. What do you know about what's out west?
Out west is scary, for lack of a better word. The animals are more feral. It seems like even the flora wants us dead. But there seems to be something out there, something terrorizing the people, and I'm looking to find out what it is.
Could I ask, would you be willing to put that thing down if given the choice?
That was the plan.
Okay.
You're doing this just out of the goodness of your own heart?
I'd be lying if I said yes. I'm being paid, so this is... But you know, it's a job, and a job is a job.
Now, if we're supporting each other in this endeavor, would it be fair to say that we can also be compensated?
Yes. If you guys help me take down this beast, or bandits, or whatever it is terrorizing the people,
Right.
I would be happy to pay you guys once I get compensation.
Seems like a fair bargain.
Yeah.
Who would our employer be, though, if we took you up on this?
I cannot tell you that. Who's taking first watch?
It'd
I'll do
be
it.
Kala, right? Did he say? Or do you
I
want to
thought
be
he
last?
was like, so yeah, he wanted to be last.
Right, because you want to sleep now.
I'll take first.
Okay.
The night passes on by. The cool winds blow. The fire is put out. And you spend a peaceful night for the first shift at the very least. Who's next?
I'll be next.
And it's the same for you. However, you notice as John goes to bed, you see Stefan is still awake.
I start up a conversation with him.
So by this time, actually, Stefan probably doesn't have the skull mask on. And he looks at you, he's like, yeah, how may I help you?
So do you ever find yourself getting much sleep?
Sleep is like a waste of time.
You don't ever find yourself feeling exhausted or not ready for the next day?
The day is what you make of it.
That's pretty profound.
Thank you.
Of course. So kind of what brought you here besides your mission, per se? Do you do these things often? Take up these kinds of jobs?
Yeah, I take the little odds and ends and try to make some gold on the side. I've been here before. It's where I got this skull Volos. You know, big skull culture there.
Oh, you got it from Volos.
Yeah, it's supposed to augment my spellcasting abilities, but when I give people divinations, I feel like they take me more seriously with it on.
How well do you say you do divinations? Are they...
Is this an insult?
No, like I would like... There's always...
You don't
maybe-
see me asking you, how well do you swing a sword, right?
Poorly.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah. But, you know, please don't take any offense to that. More so, from what I know about divinations, it depends on, I guess, how completely accurate they are. Because, not to say, I'm just curious, like, how, like, 100% are the things that you predict.
Fate is fate, and I'll let you know that I'm pretty accurate.
Okay. But please, yes, you know, we can be considered acquaintances now. I didn't mean to insult you.
It's okay.
You have any more of the tea? Can we share a cup?
So you guys share a cup and spend the night rather peacefully. Next on shift is Luke.
Okay.
You awaken and you see Stefan is still awake. He's toiling about, moving, rearranging stuff, getting things ready.
I think I'm probably just gonna kind of probably mostly sit, maybe just keep like an eye on him slightly suspiciously. Every once in a while stretch and walk around a little bit, you know.
So roll me a vigilance check, Luke. Average difficulty.
2 successes and 1 advantage.
So with the 2 successes, you notice that Stefan is looking at you. Like he has a gaze fixed upon you and he hasn't quite let go.
He's saying, something catch your eye?
Yes. There's something a little strange about your aura.
Don't hear that too often.
Yeah, you kind of have like some like a shadow is almost hanging off of you, almost. I don't know if you realize this, but I'd be careful if I were you.
I think I give like an involuntary like slight shudder, but almost like I'm trying to cast off whatever shadow's there, you know, voluntarily. It's just like ugh. But yeah, I don't know. Probably stuck with it.
Yeah, it's a shame. You want some tea?
Sure, I'll take a cup.
Okay, cool.
And then you guys drink the tea and the rest of the night's quite peaceful.
Okay, I think I'm starting to appreciate him a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Still just like that slight edge of suspicion. I think as a soldier, you know, you always believe your fate is what you make it.
Right. So you go to bed, Kala takes his shift, and the morning starts to come in.
Wait, Gamby didn't take a shift?
No.
Ew, such a freeloader.
I know, right?
Don't say that. It's not right.
Takes our blankets.
No, he
keep
didn't.
watch.
He was offered.
For all you know, Gamby's working with the enemy.
You know, I was betrayed by an animal once.
So you 3 awaken along with Gamby, so 4 of you, and you're greeted by the noises of Stefan Lair, kind of humming about, working through the night, toiling. Kala has been taking quite a good watch, being very perceptive, watching through. It seems like nothing has happened during the night.
I think I look over to Colin. Like, has he been up all night?
When? I mean, he was awake when I was awake. I just imagine he's an early riser.
He was awake from the time that I woke up until the time I went to sleep.
Same here.
Same.
Does this man sleep?
He told me that he believes sleep is a waste of time and that it's just much better to be awake and productive. Perhaps there's something magical about him, much like you, that allows him to forego sleep.
We need sleep though, right?
I mean, I need to sleep a lot, so it's absolutely.
It's very strange, but I wonder, maybe as we are a little more comfortable with him, he could possibly be wary of us.
Oh, by the way, he has breakfast for all of you too.
Oh, all right, I take back everything I just said.
I already had my meal. I made sure he ate first, just in case, and it's pretty tasty actually.
What is it?
So it looks to be like bison steaks, rabbit's foot.
Where's Gamby?
I look for Gamby.
Gamby's right there. Looks like there's like spices and stuff. I don't know. It's very tasty.
This is amazing. This man can make wonderful tea and a delicious meal.
Yeah, you haven't tried it yet. You don't know.
I mean, if looks can answer everything.
If looks could kill.
No, shh, don't say that.
I'd watch you die.
You want me to die?
I said I'd watch you die.
You would watch me die?
If looks could kill.
You guys find Stefan. You see his array of food. It's very, very nice. You can tell the culinary level is like top notch.
Is it like a Monster Hunter meal?
Dragon's Crown?
Yeah?
Yeah, Dragon's Crown for sure.
I'm walking up and I see him with all this food displayed out, which probably looks much finer than anything in my memory that I remember having. I think your talents are wasted as a monster hunter. You should be a chef.
You're very, very kind, but this food is just okay. I don't know. I've seen better.
Did you say you hail from Berengar?
Yeah, it's well, Berengar, it's okay.
Don't remember such a fine assortment of foods in my time there, but it has been a few years.
Yeah, traveling the world lets you get a real taste of the spices and the nice herbs and of life. I've got a lot of experience under my belt now.
Well, if you need some extra gold, I'm sure there's wealth of opportunities up there putting these talents to use.
It's pretty boring, actually, if you think about it. You had to watch them eat cook, and you gotta spice it. And it's like, what a waste of time.
Well, I can understand a thirst for adventure. Do you mind if I have a plate?
Yeah, go ahead and take these other two to your teammates, please.
All right. I grab the plates and start passing them out.
I wait for everyone else to eat some.
I'll dive into a bite.
I eat all of it.
Just
Yeah. It's been a while since we had some real good food.
You want to describe the meal?
There's a wonderful balance of spices. It's sweet yet salty. It melts in your mouth. How do you cook this meat so well? Does Gamby taste like this? Only time can tell.
Does your lip quiver when you take your first bite? Yeah, you do that.
It's so good. And you would think, for someone so blasé about it, he has exceptional talent. And if you don't eat it, you're missing out on a wonderful experience. And yes, I will say this while I eat all of it.
So
And then-
as you're eating it,
Uh-huh.
your mouth full of food, like blah, 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 blah.
He's like crying from the sheer beauty of it all.
I shake involuntarily.
I'm picturing like literal subtitles that are required to understand like through his garbled mouthfuls.
If someone gave me this while I was being attacked, I'd eat it first.
So you guys see that Stefan is packing up all of the things. He's starting to get ready to get going. He calls out,
Hey, you guys, are you ready to go? It's almost a little past daybreak, I guess.
Before he packs, can we see if he would have time for divination?
Oh, I just packed everything.
We should get going anyway. A lot of road to travel.
But you never
We
know.
don't have time for this right now. I promise you guys, when we have the time, I will give you guys divinations. But right now, we need to move forward before we lose daylight.
Why so obsessed with your future, Walker?
Wait, did I get you
Yes,
guys'
next time.
names? I don't remember.
I'm very
Actually, can I just get a repeat because I'm terrible with names?
Yeah.
You're a Walker, from what I could gather.
Yeah, you can call me Walker.
So,
he looks at Luke and
what was your name again?
You can call me Luke. You can call me Tex. My friends do sometimes. So,
Ah.
usually prefer Tex.
Okay. But I think I'll call you Luke.
I mean, if that's what you prefer.
And you?
as he looks at John.
Yeah, just call me Ranger.
Okay, Ranger.
Yeah, my young ward here, his name is Clarence.
Kala gets up from the bison. My name is Clarence.
1 horsepower.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get going, you guys.
So, what do you guys see as you guys are moving through the forest?
I wanted to say I haven't actually eaten my food yet, so as we start traveling, I eat my food, and just behind everyone, you can hear like a... That's all you hear.
And then you kind of kick yourself in the butt because you're like, I probably should have ate this while it was warm.
I feel like I hear that and I look back. I give you a nod of approval. It's like, mm-hmm. You feel that?
I try to make it like, that it wasn't about the food. I was just like, it's cold.
I think you should wipe your mouth before you say something like that.
Like drooling.
So you guys begin to walk forward. The coniferous trees that line the labyrinth that is the Deerling Forest start to open way. It's a forest inside the forest. It's thick with foliage and flora, and it makes navigation and exploration tough. The Avernus is noticeably heavier here, and each breath is a small struggle to gasp in clean air. It hangs like a fog.
I would like to interact with Kala and say, hey. I think we can test the goggles now. Do you see any differently?
Everything looks clear.
Take them off. Is there a big difference?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a thin, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like glasses in front of me almost when I don't have it on.
There's like a haze.
Yeah.
I put on the goggles. Do I notice an enormous difference?
You notice a difference. It isn't quite huge, but you notice the difference.
I say to him, we didn't waste our money.
No, I don't think we did.
They can't be mad at us now.
But we only have 2.
Yes, for me and you.
We hear this.
No, we're talking quietly.
So,
Yeah, I would like to request a vigilance check to see if I overhear any of this.
Feel free.
what's your stealth, right?
My stealth. It would just be 2.
2 skill? And what's your agility? Well, or cunning. What's
No,
the
it would,
base off of?
it would just be my 2 agility.
Okay,
I didn't put
so-
anything in there.
It's an average difficulty check.
Yeah. What'd you hear?
Oh.
Nothing.
I heard nothing. That was one failure.
I guess you just didn't hear.
Maybe a couple advantages.
Okay. With your advantages, what do you want to do? How many advantages?
I think it was 2 advantage.
Okay, you can send 1 blue dice over to John when he makes his check.
Sure, I'll do that.
How are you helping him then? Like, describe this.
I think I'm just like, what are they talking about over there? Just trying to point attention to like some like whispering.
So I kind of lean in then.
Do you know
Oh, I
nothing?
hear that.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What is it?
That's 2 successes and
1 advantage.
No advantage.
No advantage.
It's not even a nefarious thing we're discussing.
You overhear the conversation.
I probably move back towards them a little bit and then like grab the goggles.
From who?
Probably you.
Why?
Because you're the one talking about like, yeah, we got the goggles for us.
I mean, we were there.
This money was supposed to be all of ours.
Yeah, where's our rations? Where's
I'm like, hey, this money was supposed to be all of ours, so we all get to use them, and I like put them on my face.
I don't fight you on this. You're right.
Okay, good.
Try them out.
Yeah, they're on.
So yeah, you can see it's a little bit clearer.
Works.
Okay,
This is good.
was it worth it?
Yes, because I fear it gets worse the deeper we go in.
Stefan leading the pack. He has on his skull head, and he's like, "Yeah, it definitely gets a lot worse." Where are you guys going? You guys just set out west. I don't think I caught quite where you're going.
Right. We're heading out to the obelisk.
Oh,
Is that a little bit further west than you were intending to go?
yeah. I'm probably will part ways around, and then as he's speaking, you hear rumbling, just movements from the forest.
All right. I'm going to say, Stefan, if you're not comfortable, you can step back. I draw my sword, get my shield ready, and step out to front.
I get behind you as well.
Party.
Yeah, I got my bow out.
So you guys begin to hear the clacking of hooves and grunts, what are the precursor of a large stampede of deer. They're moving erratic and aggressive, and they start to form just right where you can see. Everybody give me a vigilance check. We're doing some initiative.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Stefan isn't going to be part of combat, but you guys can use your advantages to have him act. Right? 1 advantage will let you guys transfer 2 boost die. 2 advantages will let you have him attack. And then if you have 3 advantages, you can spend it to make it so he upgrades the next person's check. He has 3 AP. Every time you use him, uses an action point. At the beginning of each turn, he recovers 1 action point. So you can burn him out the first turn, and then he'll recover 1 for the next turn.
Gotcha. Cool. Are we in danger of the stampede?
The encounter begins with one of the erratic deers stampeding through. It breaks through the front line and attacks. Who's front?
It'd be Luke then.
Yeah, it'd be me. I took up front. I think I was bracing myself for this.
Okay, so you see as it draws its head down with its antlers, it begins to bellow like it's in pain
Wow.
and strike at you.
Does it seem more interested in attacking me or more interested in getting past me?
It looks
Maybe.
like it's interested in getting past you.
Interesting.
What's your armor? You have 1, right?
For melee?
Yeah,
2.
2. So we roll. I'm so sorry. So the deer swings back and it rams its antlers straight into you and does 5 damage.
Jeez.
It has a 2 setback on this, so with it, it's gonna spread its setback as it broke line of its the stampede. So it's gonna alter the effects of the ones that are going after it. Next is the player.
Take revenge.
Yeah, it's tempting, but should we try to just move out of the way to... I don't know. I mean, climb up a tree or something? I mean, there's plenty of things, but Gamby is the only reason I'm not taking that on.
Is this like a Prometheus situation where we can just kind of like run to the left and we'd be fine? Or are they all kind of coming in a big...
Ocean of...
Yeah.
Prometheus movie.
Yeah.
There's a pillar.
They're running from
falling.
this big thing that's falling, and they're running away from it rather than to the side.
So yeah, but you know they're closing the gap pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Doing so would either be an athletics or a coordination check.
I would like to try to help cover everybody else's movement, because I can take hits a little bit better than everybody else can. I think I can deflect some of these. So I would like to somehow assist their athletics checks.
Right, so you can use a maneuver to use the assist action or maneuver, and you give a bonus to your ally's check.
Okay, so I'm going to take a defensive stance, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I'm mostly trying to as I see any deer that came close, I'm trying to just put up my shield and kind of bash them a little bit back, trying to kind of almost direct the stream away from the rest of the group as much as possible.
Awesome. Who's next?
I needed the most.
So what are you gonna do?
So, what I would like to do is, noting that Luke is putting his life on the line to help us, I decide not to squander this opportunity and watch as a shield directs things to a certain direction and go the opposite way. So, I will
Make a coordination check.
make a coordination check. Will that be an action though?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you guys this right now. Coordination check is going to be average difficulty, while an athletics will be hard.
How did I do? Oh. So it's going to be a 3 failures and 2 advantage.
3 advantage.
Oh, sorry. 3 advantage.
So 3 failures, 2 advantage,
3 advantage.
3 advantage.
3 advantage. So what do you want to do with the 3 advantages?
Let's say,
Well, you want me to tell you your outcome as your
yeah, tell me
failure?
my outcome and I'll work off of that.
So what were you trying to do? Were you trying to just sneak on by?
I was basically perhaps running too fast and didn't know, I guess, how daunting it looked
Right.
with
so
so many of these fierce looking creatures coming at us.
you're trying to dodge, get out of the way of all these, and then all of a sudden, bam! You're blindsided by one of the deer, and you take... How many failures did you have?
3.
6 damage.
Oh. Can I soak it up?
Yes.
With my advantage.
Oh, did you get the boost die? Did I give you? Let's see.
I apologize. Your efforts were wasted. So I got a total of
5 advantage.
5 advantage.
Right.
I would like to use 1 advantage to say, Stefan, you gotta help us out, man. And then 1 advantage to give 2 boosts to the next player.
Okay.
And then with the remaining advantage, specifically for Luke, I didn't see the deer kind of where I was going. And I get gored a little bit. And it makes me so off balance that Luke, already in a fine defensive stance, I bump into him and then almost lean against his back. So whatever's coming towards his front, he actually gets an easier time because he has a little more standing.
Right. You give him a bracing.
Yes.
Yeah, now I feel braced and ready for the next guy.
Right.
This was on purpose, Luke.
Jeez, you're supposed to get yourself to safety, man.
You see 3 more deer start to stampede their way through, and they start to gore. This makes sense, actually, with you two kind of at the lead now.
Yeah.
They start to push and shove each other, but more dangerously is their antlers are coming into contact with you guys.
Okay, my melee defense is now 3.
Oh, yeah? Perfect. That's because of
From
stance, right?
defensive stance.
So, but first one is going to try to strike at our boy, Walker.
Yes, you may call me Walker.
But they do have a setback die
Yeah,
from earlier.
that's excellent.
So that's 1 success and 1 advantage. It swings, it grunts, slams into you, doing 4 damage.
Ooh, it's inside me. The antler.
The next 2 are going to try to strike at Luke. So the first one misses. And the second one, Jesus, misses. Flat. There's nothing about it. So I'm going to describe the whole entire thing. So the 3 deer begin to stampede erratically. They move forward in violent motions and they hit once on Walker.
It slipped on through.
Slipped on through, doing 4 damage. The next 2 behind him try to strike at Luke, but his defensive stance and his armor and his shield provide too much of a bulwark, right?
Yes, I was hoping too.
And the bracing from Walker,
Right.
actually, it did help. Like that setback die was really nice.
If anything, you think about it, I took the hit from your blind side.
All right. Well, before you go singing your own praises, you're supposed to get out of there.
Next is a player.
Probably shout, "John, get everybody to safety." I don't know how much I'm going to be able to hold them back.
But me?
You mean we?
Wow.
I look back as like probably another deer just like glances a blow at him. You're just behind me, bleeding.
Just behind you getting hit. You're just kind of like, oh, I'm helping.
I'm helping.
Would I be able to attempt to move away and then fire my bow in the same turn?
I would say that would cost 2 strain, but yeah.
Okay. Because I kind of want to fire my bow, but not like directly at something. I kind of want to almost like scare one that's approaching them, so it'll kind of like deviate away.
No.
I mean, I failed it. Yeah.
No despair.
A lot of advantage, but I failed it.
As you begin to move, you can feel like dampness and water kind of overtake you, like a torrential storm. As you see Stefan behind all of you casting an incantation, and it puts almost like a hydro armor on you. It's supposed to help you move quickly, but maybe you just weren't ready for it.
I think, yeah, maybe I didn't realize he was doing it. And
You're questioning
prepared.
the sudden moistness.
yes, I questioned it. I went, moist. And then I fell.
So how many failures did you have?
2.
2. So as you are moving through, you slip a little bit, and one of the deers run into you, and it does 5 damage.
So what can I do with the 5 advantage?
Oh yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Once the area, there's just a lot of like real dense trees. Maybe was I able to kind of like shoot like a tree limb off of a tree, and it sort of landed in front of some, and they sort of like deviated from where they were running?
Yeah. So how many advantage did you have? How many do you want to spend on this?
Yeah, probably 3.
So you shoot a tree limb off one of the trees. It lands with a heavy thud on the floor, and you see 3 of the deers deviate off the path. So after that, Kala takes his turn.
You still had 2 advantage left over.
Oh, then
Did you want to maybe have more of a scare? Perhaps we use our new friend.
I might just pass
Pass it on to Kala.
it to somebody. Yeah, I don't know that I want to burn all the AP right now.
So Kala's moving on. Well, Kala got off of Gamby because Gamby can handle himself. Gamby's kind of bullying his way towards the opening that Luke so graciously provided for everybody.
Luke and I.
Luke and Walker. And Kala begins to move. And he tries to make a coordination check too. I don't see why he wouldn't. So 4 successes. 1 threat, 1 advantage, so they cancel out. So he just has, actually 3 successes. Explain to me how your advantage helped him.
Maybe like the deer that kind of got scared off sort of opened up like a little sight line for him. He could kind of tell like where the next ones were coming from, so he was able to sort of weave it out of the way.
Right. So with the scared deer, see an opportunity open up for himself to zigzag his way out of danger, and he's safe in the thick forest to the left. So with the 5 deer, they begin to move forward. They're pressing onwards. You can tell that they're in engaged range, but they're looking to pass forward through you. You know they have no qualms of goring you to get past. That is the big thing. And with that being said, we move to the top of initiative. We have 1 more. It's going to try to strike at Luke, I believe. This is the one that tried to hit Luke earlier. He's going to...
I think successfully hit Luke earlier.
Yeah, he's going to make an athletics check. What's your athletics?
1. Athletics has nothing to do with brawn, right?
It does have to do with brawn.
It is
What's
a
your brawn?
base stat.
I have 1 trained, 3 brawn.
3 brawn. There we go. I was like, that doesn't sound right. This deer starts to pull forward. Holy sh! I am so sorry. Look at this roll.
That happens.
Give him the numbers.
Give it to me straight talk.
So it's 4 successes. And that's it. It's flat 4 successes.
Okay.
It slams you down onto the floor.
Okay.
And it starts to Lucky for you, I said this was going to be an athletics check, so it wasn't an attack, but it just slams you to the floor and kind of goes over you.
Right.
And starts to
Tramples
go,
me down.
Yeah, back. You're more susceptible to new attacks, though. Next player.
I'd like to try to recover from my position.
I was thinking, could I go just so I can help get you up?
Sure.
My very first maneuver, I will help you up. Maybe I had something to do with it because I was already at your back. And then with my action, I would like to strike at a deer's face. A total of just 2 advantage. My miss swings. Perhaps it gave enough caution to the deer closest to Luke, and can make it a little easier for me to help him up. Like I kind of like try to swing at it to hit it, but it wards it away.
With your 2 advantages, you just pick them up. You don't think you even need to waste. So
awesome.
You don't have to use a maneuver to get up anymore. He helps you up. So he swings, and as he swings, you see his other hand kind of grab at you to pick you up.
I got you, Luke. We got this.
All right, so I'm back on my feet. Am I still in my defensive stance?
Yes, you are. You can end it now. Well, it ends now.
I'm going to take an action and then go into the maneuver to restart it.
Okay.
Is that doable?
Yes, perfect.
All right. So before I hunker back down, I'm going to attack the closest deer. That is 3 success and 1 threat.
So with your 3 success, how much damage is that?
Plus 3 damage.
So yeah, you take 1 down. Easy.
All right. So I think I'm pretty upset now. I'm trying to like scare these deers off, so my swings are getting a little bit more wild and a little bit more aggressive. I see an opening and I immediately go for it and just cleave off the head of the nearest deer. I'm trying to making it flashy and trying to scare off the other deer if possible.
He does some Witcher twirling.
How topical. So as you cut into this, you realize that there's like barely any resistance. The sinew and the muscles of the deer almost seem like they're not even there.
Huh.
Yeah, it's oddly easy to do so.
There's no resistance.
So the wild and aggressive deer begin to zigzag through. You see 3 more come forward. They slam into the party that haven't made it to the clearing yet. Walker, you take 5 damage. Luke, your defensive stance, your armor, and your shield once again save you as they clang onto your shield and the metal. And then, John, you take 6 damage. As they're doing this, you see they hit you and they push by you. With their 5 advantages, they run by. So 3 more have ran past.
John Collins.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. I'm gonna try to get out of the way again.
It looks good.
It does.
So 2 successes, 1 advantage.
So what do you want to do with that advantage? We know what the success is.
Yeah, probably just pass to boost to the next person.
Okay.
And then, I'd probably just like, roll past one of them probably as they're kind of passing by, and then just sort of run off into the thicker area of the forest,
right,
and then just climb up into a tree.
So as you roll, you can hear the the clamping of the hooves. You find yourself in safety. You see on the sidelines, Kala and Stefan are preparing another spell, and it looks like they're like incanting together. So you see water start to flood an area. It starts to rise above everything, all the deers. And you see a small red orb fly through, light the water on fire, creating boiling water and steam as it falls onto the deer, and it takes out 3 more deer. And with that, Kala has 2 more advantages. With the 2 advantages, he has Stefan casting the spell, and you see tendrils of liquid, like water, come out from the ground, wrap around one of the deer, and slams it to the floor, taking it out. And we go back up to the top. It's the last one. 1 success, 1 advantage.
Oh, okay.
Being alone, the last deer erratically moves. It clubs you with 2 of its back legs. It does 4 damage. It begins to run off.
No.
It begins to run off.
I was next.
It's like I want my revenge.
So is there anything you guys want to do as this encounter finishes?
Yeah, chase that deer.
I'm gonna hold him back and be like, "You gotta stay back, man. You're in bad shape. Let it go."
Fine.
I'm gonna see if we can salvage any of this boiled deer meat that we just got.
Yeah, I want to take a closer look to see the deer. I mean, I'm not
Yeah, so
an expert in anything, but
you have a bunch of corpses of the deer laying on the floor. You see some of them boiled. There's one though that has had its head lopped off, which is probably in the best condition out of all of them. So it's actually a good move that you did that.
Can I use something to the effect of survival to perhaps try to think more about why these deer would act that way, or is that more of a knowledge?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a knowledge check.
Okay.
Roll me a vigilance too. Actually, it'll be a hard check. With that vigilance check, what'd you guys roll?
2 failures.
I got 2 successes, 2 threat, and one of them is a triumph.
And you didn't hear Glenn talk because he was just giving me the "I didn't do it" sign. With the successes, you see that behind the deer's like ears is like fungus growing. What do you want to do with that? Triumph.
It's a tough call. You have any suggestions?
Yeah, actually I do. So, as everybody else is kind of purveying the scene with the carcasses of these deer littered about, they're looking for signs. The boiling water probably like cleaned off most of it, but you looked at the one that was with the head lopped off. It fell near you. You move back its ears. You see that there's a fungus on it. Besides that, with your triumph, I'm going to say that you've heard stories of this before. Maybe as a traveler, that as you get further into the abyss, the Avernus gets thicker and the flora in particular get more dangerous. Almost as if they have begun draining the life from living creatures. You know, that's why this deer was so weak. So you guys start to tidy up. Carnage is laid out on the floor. You see Stefan and Kala are kind of talking by Gamby. They look at you and they kind of motion you guys to them.
I walk over.
Oh, really hurt, guys.
Jump down from the tree.
You see Stefan takes off his skull.
You don't look too good. You look like you got hit pretty hard.
I think I got hit by 3 different deer.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate luck to have.
If only I knew this sooner. There's some sort of divination.
Why are you being so antagonistic to me?
I'm trying not
I'll try to help
but
you out.
I would love to know.
Yeah, but that takes time, and we don't have time.
I understand.
How about you? How are you feeling?
As he looks towards Luke.
Oh, I have like a scrape. It stinks a little, to be honest.
And how about you, Ranger?
Yeah, I don't feel so great. I mean, not terrible, but you know, I've had better days.
Well, I didn't pack any healing tonics. I usually don't need them. I kind of just run as fast as possible. You guys aren't looking too hot, though. I hope you guys will be okay.
I'm gonna check up on Gabby, make sure he didn't beat up by anything, as he was also stalwarting and taking on these hits.
Right, so you see Gamby and he's immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he was the first one to kind of, or well, not immaculate, but you can tell like he's okay.
Okay.
This is natural for them.
It was like nothing for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably got pretty thick hide.
He's probably more used to fighting with other bison.
Mm-hmm.
Kala jumps onto Gamby, puts on his goggles. Are you guys healed up? Heal up.
Oh.
If you have a tonic. He's not, he doesn't have any.
Did. I've got one.
All right, who needs the tonic?
Please, sir, much like how I sprinkled the juice of life on your face, you gotta give me something.
Kala looks at you.
Yeah, I don't like that you just said that.
Guess I'll die then. Please.
Take it.
Thank you.
So
I sprinkle on my own face.
why don't you just drink it?
No, I sprinkle it on his face.
Okay.
Why don't you just drink it?
He tosses it over, much like a cold drink between two friends, you know, just tosses it over into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I heal. I feel much better after receiving a pummeling, many horns inside my body. Because that sucked.
Inside my body.
And then, yeah, I say, thank you, John. You're a lifesaver.
Kala and Stefan. Let's go. Let's go.
We should be careful. We're heading in the direction where those deer came from. And those got them spooked. I might start kind of in like semi-hushed tones, just trying not to get the attention of anything or anyone nearby. Talking over to Stefan, be like, how well do you know the lay of these lands?
So, yeah, I've been here quite a few times. I don't think I've actually reached the obelisk, per se. But, yeah, this is pretty par for course, except for this deer. That was a little weird, though I can't rule it out. I've heard of deer attacking, but we don't really know why.
did you
I shared my information
Yeah.
that I've gathered. Yes.
he starts to flip through his botany books and he's looking through and he's like, yeah, I haven't really seen anything like this before. So do you mind if I hold on to that deer head?
Well, Stefan, you're looking at me like I was responsible for that, but I think you should be talking to Luke.
Luke, do you mind if I hold on that deer head?
I don't want it.
What about you, Ranger? Do you want this?
No.
You sure?
Let me think about it. No.
Okay. So he starts he makes like a really rough sketch in his botany book, but then puts into his satchel.
Oh no, that's where all the food and spices and everything are, right?
Yeah. He looks at all of you. Is like, he gives a thumbs up, really cheesy thumbs up. It's like, you guys ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to keep moving.
Sure.
So you guys press onwards into the thick foliage.
I think I still had just one or two more questions real quick for Stefan as we're starting our walk-in. I'm gonna ask, like, there's no more outposts past this, is there, on our way west?
No, we reached the last safe haven at the Pillars of Eternity. If we want to like rest or anything, we're gonna have to make camp ourselves and really keep watch. It's quite dangerous out here now.
You said you had to split off. Where were you planning on splitting it off? If
So I'm heading towards the temple, and you guys are going towards the obelisk, which is quite a deviation between the two. So I've got like a little bit ways away till then, but once we reach there, I'll let you guys know.
Okay. You make a good companion, but yeah, I wish we could help, but we promised Kala here that we'd help him out on his errand.
Who's Kala? This is Clarence.
Sorry, I know him by his last name, Clarence
I
Kala.
already realized that you guys have been using fake names. It's quite okay.
No, that's my real
Impossible.
name.
Absolutely impossible.
My name might not even be Stefan Laird, for all you know.
I really don't care.
Yeah,
Right.
see? It's fine, right?
Yeah.
No, but
You're right, I never thought of it. Well, my name is actually Luke.
Well,
'cause,
then you're a fool. You just giving out your name to people.
Yeah, what a fool.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Right, Ranger? What a fool.
I figured yours is the only fake name, Ranger, and I commend you on that.
No, that's my real name.
Well, then you're a fool too.
I didn't choose it.
Oh my god, you just told me your real name.
Oh no.
So you guys begin to walk through the thick foliage. The Avernus gets heavier and heavier and heavier.
May I ask how effective the goggles seem now?
They're very effective. Kala, hey, these work, right?
Yeah, but we knew
John.
that. We knew that.
Yeah, I
Clarence.
mean, yes, they do.
See, we didn't. Oh, John Ranger. John Ranger.
John Ranger.
You know what? You're John, okay? I messed up. I messed up. His name is John Stefan, if that's really your name.
No.
My name is Kala. I'm not Clarence either.
What?
You liar.
You've been lying to me?
Shut up. Can we just make this go as smooth as possible, please?
What the hell's this buffalo's name then?
Gamby.
No.
Yes. You named him. I didn't even name him. You three.
His name's Mustang.
No.
Hey, I see something. Right. So Kala and John, you guys peer off in the distance. You see an empty lot. On the grounds is markers. It looks like it was a gravesite, though the graves have been turned and disturbed. Hey guys, you guys should look at this.
What is it, Clarence?
It's Kala, please.
All right, Kala.
You guys look and you see all the graves. The earth around it has been carved up like large tears in the ground. You see all of the graves are empty. There are no contents in them anymore. Only thing that is left is the markers, if they are left. And if they are left, they are mostly damaged.
This is good.
This is?
Well, it could have been worse. They could have all been in there.
And then come out now.
Yes.
You're right.
Hey guys, I will do some of my research here. This is what I was looking for.
Let's take a break then.
I might be here for quite some time. You guys might want to push on forward.
Maybe by the time we're done doing our thing.
Meet up with.
Yeah, be back with me.
You gonna be
This
okay?
is- Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I'm not, then I'll be dead. I don't want to die. I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay. What kind of time frame are you thinking?
Give me until nightfall. Once it's nighttime, then I should be done. If I don't see you guys by the morning of tomorrow, I'll leave. But I should be done by nightfall.
What exactly are you investigating here?
So, it's kind of hard to talk about. But what I'm investigating is kind of related to these grave robbings.
Any idea what could have done this?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
Let's press on.
Yeah, I think we can push on. for
We had an
now.
agreement, and fortunately, Stefan will meet up with us, and we all go back together.
So you guys walk the next few hours. It's midday by now. You see the path to the temple, the Radiant Temple, start to extend one way, and you see the path toward the obelisk extends the other. The path to the temple, you see there are tree limbs extended in the long stretching trails. The sound of wooden wind chimes echoes from somewhere above. Tied above, throughout the treetop canopy, are thousands of tiny little effigies and talismans, each more hideous than the last. The pathway towards the obelisk is a bit more clear. There's just the natural foliage around the area. Kala looks at you. Oh, this is a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we're not going that way, right? Right, guys?
Well, I mean, we
Not
may
yet.
be going that way eventually, right?
Do we
But-
know exactly where this night is?
By the obelisk.
Like, is that guaranteed?
He said bye.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we should start there, right?
That's
Right.
That's where we're going.
You guys pass forward. Thicker and thicker the Avernus gets. You see the ground goes soft like pulp. The trees and foliage here all seem sickly and in the throes of death. But there's rabid life here as well. Slimes, molds, fungus, and sickness all thrive and burst with life in this area, clinging to anything they come in contact with. You hear strange, almost alien chirping filling the air, skittering light taps on the soft ground. And that's where we'll end. The Scorching Ray podcast is
Jordan Tran.
Ian Rodriguez Delgado.
Glenn Miraflor.
Dominick Tim. Through the Mist uses a modified Genesys role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. You can email us at scorchingraypodcast@gmail.com, and you can find us on Twitter at scorchingraypod. And remember, let that fire in your soul burn brightly as you travel through the mist.
He's getting a little red though.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah,
little-
just having a good time, just laughing,
you know, a
with
little
the
flush.
boys.
I was referring to you guys as the boys.
The
It's like, oh, hey,
boys.
I'm recording with the boys.
the boys.
Better be with at least one Z.
It's got to have a minimum of 5.
Whoa, that's a lot of boys.
Boys have to have a minimum of 5?
But you have to. You have
Yeah,
to.
it's
But
3 Z's, then a
Yeah.
B, then O-Y, and then 2 Z's. But
Boys.
Z's in the beginning
boys.
are silent.
Boys. It's like you're getting electrocuted. While you're trying to say it.
boys to men.
Hmm.
Mm.